Hello, malt mates. Hello, whisky fans. I'm Ralphie, here in the bothy, the whisky bothy. Very old, very rustic. I'm old and rustic, but I'm not as old as the bothy. But I'm old enough to have followed up on ambitions that I had when I was a kid. Ever since the moment at school when I failed my English test, and my teacher very, very kindly, and I mean she was being totally genuine, but she said, you know, Ralphie, you're an okay kid, so the best thing for you to do, having failed English, is to go and get a wee factory job and keep quiet. And I didn't quite take her advice, despite the fact that I listened to her, but I was determined at that point that someday I would write a book. And being a whisky commentator is actually quite a good area to appeal to book readers, because, you know, whisky drinkers tend to be well read. So I just want to take the opportunity right on Black Friday 2025 and I know many of you bought my books, so thank you very much. They're available on Amazon. That's really the only place you can buy them, because I don't have a publishing contract. I publish my own as part of my little business. So excuse me a second. I've got someone coming in to pay us a visit. So if I give him his treats, stop showing your little skanky bottom. You know, have some decency, you. There we go. Treats. Don't pop up again. You've had your treats. Spilly the cat. He's a great character, but he's also he's smarter than I am, put it that way. Anyway, in 2020 I published my first book called Search for a Whisky Bothy. So it's £12, paperback, about 60,000 words, a very easy read, and it tells of my discovery of whisky in a bar in Glasgow, down in near the River Clyde, in a place called Partick, and how my interest in whisky grew and grew and grew, and until I joined Glasgow's Whisky Club and then started this channel. So if it's really whisky you want to know about, this is the book to go for. My second book, Stories from a Whisky Bar, is based on additional chapters that never went into the first book, but provided the foundation for a series of short stories that are often whisky related, although not all are related directly. Some are indirectly related to whisky, and talk about people who drink whisky. My third book is an autobiography of my days as an undertaker in Glasgow, working for the Co-op, which was at the time Europe's largest single funeral provider. And it's called Life, Death and Whisky. If you've just had a bereavement, I wouldn't recommend it to you, because I'm telling it as it is. Because so many funeral related or funeral director related books are kind of treading in eggshells, and at times they can get enormously patronising and disingenuous. When I write it, I write from a basis of knowledge. And now to introduce my latest book, the one that's literally just published, called Barbados, Island of the Yellow Bird. The yellow bird is a bananaquit. It's a little robin-like bird that lives in the Caribbean, and you'll spot them if you pay close attention on the island of Barbados. I went out there in March, initially to write a travel book and to buy some barrels of rum. But I didn't buy any barrels of rum, but I certainly wrote a good old-fashioned, direct first-person narrative travel book, where I went, the people I met, keeping it absolute factual, so it's not a guide as such. It's not a modern guide. It's a good old-fashioned, no AI. None of these books are AI. They're all written by me from scratch, and I really enjoy doing it. So, all these books, £12, perfectly reasonable. Find them on Amazon. Probably get free shipping at this time of year as well. So there we have it, folks. And I'll be adding more to these books before too long.